Hello, everybody.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hope everyone is doing well. Hey,
I
James.
is.
You is.
I is.
He is.
Very good. Alright. Let's continue. Day 3, Trial Former.
We get to go to court.
It's finally time.
How novel.
It's finally time to be legal.
Yeah.
It took a bit to load, I see.
Yeah.
She was thinking about it.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. Oh. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. Oops. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
Same. I'm a night owl.
So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But, Lana, don't tell me... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. Forgot what part we're at. We're on day 3 of episode 5, Rocket.
Are we just starting day 3?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
Yeah, it started.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if we had like a little bit last time, because it's been like a month, I think, since we played this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, last time we played, we were doing investigation on day 2, so yeah, we got at the end.
I see. By the way, chat, let me know how the volume is, or if I need to tweak something.
Be sure to compliment Ruby on how her voice sounds, because for the first time we're hearing the fucking crisp and clear one.
Where were we again? We did investigations on day 2, so now we're on day 3.
Last time we did a whole bunch of investigating inside the evidence room with all the lockers and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was like dusting fingerprints on bloody handprints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think we assembled a jar, but there was a piece missing.
Actually, Dustin Prince won't show up until the next game.
Mr. Dustin Prince.
Yeah.
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Here we go.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is...
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Disappeared. Is this something we knew already?
They talked about it a little bit, yeah. Your Honor, it was teleportation.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow. This is one messed up trial.
Yeah, you got that right.
It's almost like the finale or something.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to prevent impartial evidence.
Present.
Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait?
I much prefer my way of doing it, where I sound like I don't know what I'm doing, when I don't know what I'm doing. Very well then, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go.
Meekins.
Meekins.
This
Will the witness-
motherfucker.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
You were asking about volume. I don't know if it's the same way for chat, but for me it sounds kind of quiet on the game end.
Turn your volume up on the screen share.
I did that at maximum already.
Oh,
It did.
fuck. I don't know.
I can turn it up a bit then.
We can wait for chat to weigh in. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe.
Wait until Kins is done speaking with
You know what? You know what? So valid.
Yeah.
Let's keep it like this then.
Chat's
Yeah.
input is definitely more important than ours, though, for this. So if it's too quiet for them, then that's what we'll turn
Yeah.
it on. Okay.
Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is that would be murderer, sir.
You fucking idiot. Also, are we just now finding out his name is Mike Meekins, or was that said earlier?
Oh, I don't remember if the first name was ever revealed.
It's
Yeah,
been
I'm
like
not sure.
it's been like fucking 3 weeks. I don't even remember.
Phoenix S in the
Alright.
chat.
All right, Phoenix Sweat in the chat. Fuck, I don't know how to do this.
Phoenix S.
Phoenix
I think
S.
capital S.
God
Oops.
damn it!
Forgot the E.
Oh, I forgot the fucking E.
The
Okay.
non-Ruby voices are quiet. Yeah, I can turn Discord up a bit.
There we go.
Let's see which one. I think it was
Thanks,
this one.
James.
Yeah.
Phonics S. I'm an idiot.
All right.
What's
How's
on phonics?
hooked on
Saffron.
phonics?
Same brain cell.
Well, I guess it's Saffron I'm sharing the brain cell with today. Usually it's Ruby, but today it's Saffron, I guess.
Right. How is it? How is it now, chat?
Now are we loud enough?
Hello.
Yeah. Let us know if it's better. Okay.
Hello? Hello, I'm doing a test. Can you hear me?
So you're telling us you're a professional killer? There's some music. Sir!
Yeah.
It was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You've gotta believe me, sir! Actually, what we'd like to hear from you... Sir! I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir! He's admitting to the crime.
Yeah.
He's confessing. Just have him found guilty and case is over.
Yeah, just end this episode early, please.
The treat. Yeah, no kidding.
We don't need to worry about fucking Bad Apple. Just get this guy out of here.
A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Now he's doing this, sir.
He's calling Edgeworth, sir.
It's catching.
He's the highest ranking person in this room, and he's calling Edgeworth.
It's contagious, sir.
Officer Meekins.
Yes, sir.
Give us your report on the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Crime report, sir.
Witness testimony, sir.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After all that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Oh.
Sir.
Alright, thanks, James. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto others before they do unto you! That's the Meekins family motto, sir! I see. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir! Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more info to work with.
And earplugs.
Cross-examination, sir.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day.
Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes. Now there's a scary thought.
I agree.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir.
Lovely is not the term I would use.
Yeah, many of us.
Lovely. He's lovely, sir.
He was the Blue Badger's guard in the way that the Queen's Guard protects the world from the Queen. Until they were able to put her down.
I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That would be a shame.
Yeah.
That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen, and I rushed into the room.
In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right?
the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir.
It's a lot of nines.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if there's like some Goro Awase going on with any of these numbers.
What does that mean?
It's like the Japanese number puns.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe, yeah. But knowing this series, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice.
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Alright.
Updated, updated card report.
Yeah.
I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked.
So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
I mean, it's to be expected that you'd be attacked if you went into the Blue Badger holding cell.
It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodwin pulled a knife on you. What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
Ever.
Damn.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. An octopus, huh?
You only have 2 arms.
I don't think of octopi as being very flaily.
Yeah.
That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Well, maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life. Then I did it!
What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
Hey,
I know
hey, this is a courtroom.
you know, I did it, you know. I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife?
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
I, see. He must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir!
How dare.
After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake.
About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
You could have looked at the clock when you came to.
Oh, right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. Good catch. Good recovery, Judge.
Good save. Good save.
Yeah.
Good save.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Okay, you didn't need to present there, I guess.
I guess not.
That's nice.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer quote-unquote murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
Chief.
Delivered it?
What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me.
Please stop murdering people, Ben.
That doesn't scare me.
A video of a real... A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into?
Time for the official Ace Attorney snuff film.
Oh my god.
There he is.
That's the murderer.
He really wants to.
There he is, officer.
That's him, sir. That's the murder. Oh, jeez. Hi.
Meekins is actually a werebadger.
See his face there.
He really
There's
wants
me.
to look into the camera.
Oh, they're tussling.
Oh, shit. Oh, I can't see the rest.
Yeah, the automatic panning.
Oh, shit.
That's how he died. The best line is coming up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
Can't believe Meekins is dead.
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly?
Yes, well, anyway.
Thank God you can watch that at any time now.
This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone
Jesus.
in the evidence room, and... Oh, that skipped automatically.
Yeah.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice.
Right, I'll change the title now.
Yay!
And done. There we go.
Yay!
I hope that my delivery of that line was as good as the line itself.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Mystery Man. his face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which requires for Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have had to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
And it also ends with contradictions.
Yeah.
In the middle is also a lot of contradictions in there.
Usually the endings usually take that.
That's true.
Yeah.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video.
Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife?
Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face in red text, I believe I would be classified as the latter.
The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not?
I don't know the step ladder.
I had the same joke in mind, Saffron.
I had something related to ladders, but I was trying to think of something, but as usual, I wasn't clever enough.
More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir. But I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see?
Oh, he has autism.
I hate how relatable he is.
He may have autism, because I think that's a trait in some people with autism. Some people can't, like... Some people with autism have like a problem with have trouble making eye contact with people when they talk to them.
I have heard that.
Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer.
Still, I'm sure it was him. I'd bet my badge on it. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir.
But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Handsome face.
Yeah, but again, only he could have opened the locker.
That's what he says, yeah. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Again.
Yeah.
Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me?
Because you were there.
If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Nakeds.
Ah! That was really good.
What a frame.
It wasn't just his face, it was the fact that he said eek and Glow was like, oh!
And you know, the chicken squawk.
Yeah.
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do.
Oops.
Oops.
Alright, let's press this on. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. He only responds to registered fingerprints, sir.
I wonder what kind of methods he's tried.
Remember all those karate movies I told you about? If the man
I use my karate chop action! Like Buzz
Kung Fu
Lightyear.
kick! If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir! And this too! The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir!
Well said.
Detective Locker's Goodman!
How do you know that information?
I have heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir.
People in the know?
Workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. Can't imagine this guy would have any of those.
Man is banging the lunch lady.
No wonder he's having troubles.
That fucking twin body, no, she's banging him.
Thank you, Ruby.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
One does not exist. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face.
Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why that man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify to this. Can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point.
Can enough to this testify?
The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video?
I mean, aside from the fact that you can't see his face,
You can watch it again right now if you want to see.
I guess we can, yeah.
okay.
Alright, check.
Yeah, we have to stare at this fucking thing more.
So fucked up that we don't hear the blue badger.
It's weird it doesn't have...
I'm actually fine with that.
Weird it doesn't have a fast forward or rewind option or anything.
Yeah.
No, you need to watch it in all its glory.
Even in the
You
remake?
need to, you need to stare this. You need to stare at this fucking badger.
You'll be seeing plenty of the blue bastard.
Yeah, every time the camera pans back and forth. Hence my title suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, when you stare into the abyss stares back at you.
I love how the awkward movements of the blue badger make sure the flag is right in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of his
Fucking-
face,
really fucking nice.
even when he's doing battle.
Yeah. Thanks. Fucking blue bitch.
Well, did you notice anything wrong?
Yeah, we still don't see his face.
Yeah, it's moving around, swinging a flag and a baton.
Is that
I
the
just
only...
realized that it moved. Is it?
Your Honor, the blue badger is the culprit.
The fact that the camera didn't just stay still.
I mean, I noticed I noticed an arm fell out of the fell out of the locker.
Did it?
Was that
Yeah.
an arm?
Wait,
Something.
wait. Show the tape again. I'm sorry that I keep making y'all watch it and stare at this fucking thing's face. But I have to fucking see this because I completely missed that somehow.
Out of that locker?
I
Yeah,
saw
that one.
I saw like a little slip of paper slip out.
Is it a paper? Let's see. Let's take a
But
look
not
at
a
it more
fucking-
closely.
Not a
That-
fucking
that was-
arm.
That was Bruce Goodman's severed arm, you know.
All right.
Okay, so there.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the. Oh, that's the. I thought that was a slip of paper.
I think you're both, like, in the middle. I think that's a glove.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That makes more sense,
okay.
actually. Yeah.
Paper and arm.
It does.
Yeah.
It does make more sense. Yeah. Okay, so there was the glove.
Does the glove count as a problem?
Hmm.
Wolfie says he saw like 3 things. I'm not like. Well, that's the megaphone that Meekins
Yeah.
carries
Yeah.
around.
Sadly, it didn't get open in the
he-
fight.
He left the locker open. But I mean, we kind of knew that because wasn't the locker already open when we got there earlier?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
There are 3 things of note in the video, but 2 are currently relevant.
Hmm.
Let's present then.
There's a problem.
There's so many problems.
Regarding the video contained on this tape,
Okay, the music stopped.
there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange.
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? The video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Hello, Lunar Brazen. Or
Welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well.
Like this emote. It's a good emote.
Yeah, that is a good emote.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, you're cute.
No,
Or cute. I propose we have the defense.
As
Also,
my
hi. Also, hi, Ali, if I didn't say so earlier.
Hey,
Allie.
Ellie.
Hi, sweetie. Yeah.
There it is. Point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. I think he was going to get to it. A mess.
He would want me to point it out.
That's your job! Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Again. Mr. Wright, please show us your contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Oh, now we can do that.
Now we have that. Now we have the remote.
Yeah,
Now
can
we
do
have it.
that.
Anyway,
Okay.
just add it now. She's so scientific.
She literally just invented rewinding and fast forwarding.
Literally
gonna say this-
at this moment.
I was gonna say she secretly had the fucking remote in her bag the whole time. I just didn't fucking somehow got in there and for some reason didn't think to tell us till now.
I just noticed all the test tubes in her bag in this sprite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's very scientific as we all know.
It's really weird it works like that, Rocket.
I agree.
Yeah.
Just take a good look, and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
Oh, for once we agree with him.
For different reasons, but yeah, we agree.
How did this this guy ever become a police officer?
I
Good
think we all
question.
want to know. I think we
Nepotism,
all
sir?
want to know.
Nepotism.
Nepotism.
Yeah, that checks
No.
out.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman?
Okay.
Okay, so here comes the boy. Okay, so probably the glove, maybe?
Was it?
Well, no, that clearly fell out of the locker, so...
Yeah. But how do fingerprint locks work?
Hmm.
Right. Yeah, as soon as... Well, see, the thing is, as soon as it was pointed out that it was a glove, I kind of got the idea that that might have been, you know, how it got open. But it clearly just fell out of the locker, so, like... It's not like you could have taken it off, because, again, it fell from the locker. So...
Well, thank you for lurking, Lunar.
Have
Thank
a
you
good
for
lurk.
stopping by.
Again, welcome to the channel and enjoy your lurk. Please enjoy your stay. There's
Have a good
there's snacks in the back. Those are
Oh.
for anybody. Go ahead.
Oh, I need to go.
But nobody redeemed Feed Glow snack yet.
These are good.
I think this is the first time we've had like 3 pages of court evidence.
Yeah.
Did you guys know there's dip back here?
There's dick? Is that what you said?
Of course you would hear that, Adam.
No, that's what I call a snack.
My lack of enunciation kills me again.
What? Okay, please tell me what you just said because I genuinely heard dick.
Dip. I was doing a bit because I was way back there. Of course you couldn't hear it very well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Thank you for the hydrate, by the way.
you said
and the
something that
slug.
was pretty close to that, and you didn't enunciate the P. So blame me for hearing something else.
Oh, Ali, that sounds like a cute confectionery.
Oh yeah, that does. That sounds adorable.
James does not
10
fade
out.
rise from the ashes. He lost your save file. Aww.
Dang.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, that's me when I hear that there's snacks in the back.
Oh, gotta get that good dick.
God damn it.
I'm so sorry, Ruby, but
No, you're not.
you're right, I'm not.
Alright, yeah, still can't... Oh wait, we can advance the frames, okay.
Oh, like frame by frame?
Yeah,
When it's paused?
alright.
That's neat.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, there's... Yeah, still no clear view of his face.
Yeah, you just... The animators did a damn good job making sure that you cannot see this fucker's face.
And then
You can see Meekins. You can see Meekins very clearly, though.
Yeah.
Please,
Clearly
please
fine.
don't, Saffron. Please don't.
God. Good lord.
You should have punished him with a combo and went into a super.
The flag is just keeps you perfectly censor everything.
You got bombed, Saffron.
Right, that blood wasn't on his shoulder when when he came in, right?
No,
Well, no,
remember
'cause-
Meekin said it
Yeah.
was his blood.
Yeah,
His
like
money.
he got his hand sliced open or something, and then his blood trickled down his arm.
Oh, you
and
can
then-
see it. You can actually see his hand being sliced right there. Go back a little bit. A little more.
Yeah. A little bit, right?
I think I see a cut. Maybe it was just the weird polygons.
And
Yeah.
polygons, I think, but I
Yeah.
I did see yeah, you can see him get cut there.
Yeah, either the polygons or like the lines. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah. No, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not the contradiction.
I didn't think so, yeah.
That's not the contradiction. Okay. Yeah, now it's on him. Because he put his hand on his shoulder.
Is there anything here we need to look
Okay.
at?
Okay, the locker's still open, but I believe it was open when we got there when we were doing our investigations.
That's correct. I think
Meekin's-
that Gumshoe
Meekin's-
said they can't close it again, or else they would never be able to open it again. Am I getting that good drip? What do you mean?
Good drip.
Yeah, the sash and the flag.
So wait, when you open the locker, you can never close it?
They're saying
it'll
that
never
now
open
that the
again?
guy is dead and it only opens via fingerprints, they needed to keep it open, or else they couldn't ever close. They couldn't ever like open it again if they had closed it.
Okay.
I think what Gumshoe said was like, yeah, of course we kept it open because if we closed it, no one would ever be able to open it again. The hand with the fingerprints on it is dead.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
No, I'm not gonna wear this guy's clothes.
Well then if he's dead, then where's Goodman?
Yeah, that's right, Rocket.
Or the
Goodman's
Yeah,
ghost.
I got it. Now I got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the detective himself, so... Let me check
It's-
the record again.
I guess apparently it's at this point that he's supposed to be dead.
Goodman's lost item report. Okay. ID 59. Didn't we see this somewhere before? Let me check the ID card record. Okay. Bruce Goodman, 5:14 p.m. Okay.
I don't fucking know.
That's the rubber glove from the SL9 incident. It was in the locker.
The one that fell out.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't know.
If you get perplexed, I can give you a nudge and like what you should narrow down to like what you should be looking for a problem with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this picture? Am I not in it?
Should be a way to override it, otherwise they'd run out of lockers eventually and people stop being officers, they have to bring new staff in. Yeah.
You can never stop being a cop. Why?
Yeah,
Should program them easy.
if you retire, then they have to cut off your hand.
Clearly, you have to spray the video.
Fucking Plinky Plonky. The fucking Plinky Plonky theme is still playing even though the video's paused.
Yeah.
And it also plays normally if you rewind it.
I don't want to hear the Blue Badger theme backwards.
Yeah.
Just hear some demonic shit if you do.
So what am I... Yeah, what am I supposed to look for here?
If you play it backwards, that's how you summon this guy.
You'll be
I
hearing
don't
it
know
all
how to
night.
Regdad Yulb.
Regdab Yulb. Alright. Yeah, I could...
Was that you want? Was that you wanting the hint?
Yeah, I could probably use a nudge in the right direction.
So earlier they were they were like focusing on the reason we know it is Bruce Goodman is because of the fingerprint lock.
Yeah.
Can you figure out anything wrong with that from this video?
No.
Oh, the game's too loud now? Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'll turn it down a bit then. It's a bit loud on my end too, so...
Thanks, Ali.
So,
Okay, how's this?
what I was saying earlier with the how fingerprint locks work. For to be a bit more general, how would the lock the lock itself work? With disregarding fingerprints.
Is this something we can look at in the court record?
I think it's mostly intuition.
Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Okay.
That could be useful.
Yeah, the light. The light over the locker is on, like in the video. If you look at it, because the door's open.
Yeah.
So nothing wrong there.
Yeah. What? Wait.
Oh!
Or
Motherfucker!
That looks closed to me.
Motherfucker!
Ah, okay.
Son of a bitch!
Okay, I get it. Alright.
Huh.
Nice.
The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins.
Sir, do you mean me, sir?
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this.
Why are you playing a song again?
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's seriously still playing the fucking song.
Yeah.
No, it stopped when he pointed it, and then it came back when he started explaining.
Oh my god! Whoever
When you-
wrote this song, I just want to, like, talk to them. Pulls out a baseball bat.
When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, a light turns on and the lock is released.
I didn't notice it before. There's Maggie Bird in the in the photo. That's cute.
Merry-go-round but torturous. Yeah, pretty much. Mod the game to replace every song with the Blue Badger theme.
I want to hear the orchestrated Blue Badger objection theme.
Oh god.
Man.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. You gotta watch the whole thing.
You know.
I thought that it would stop when it showed the thing that we already clicked on.
I guess not.
No. No.
When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier.
Pick up the pace, camera.
Yeah, seriously.
Here! Notice the light?
What's this? It's already lit.
It's already,
It's already lit up in here.
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
like that animation. Order! Order! What's the meaning of this? I think he gets, like, it's hard to see because it goes by so quickly. I think he gets, like, his handcuffs caught in his, like, lanyard for his ID badge, and it, like, chokes him for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very simple, Your Honor.
Pizza!
Welcome back.
Actually, I had pizza
Yo.
earlier, so what a coincidence.
Nice.
The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh, well. It just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
The
A
whole
novice?
pineapple is overkill. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it makes it easier to ID what's on there.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I mean, if it was just like if like at that size, if it was just a pineapple with little specks of pineapple, you wouldn't. Sorry, a pizza.
Put the whole pineapple on the pizza. Yep, that's a pineapple. All right.
Yeah.
That's SpongeBob's house, you asshole.
Imagine stepping out of your house and the ground is pizza.
That's your that's your welcome, Matt.
That's your moat.
It's
That's your moat.
The marinara moat.
Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor?
I don't fucking know.
Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Possibly the glove that fell out earlier?
Maybe.
Oh.
Something jam the sensor? Say,
Pineapple jam?
there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well. Let's inspect the video once more.
Also, I'm gonna adjust my PNG tuber's sensitivity a bit.
Okay.
It seems to not go off sometimes when I'm talking. I think that should be good now.
You did switch mics, so that does make sense.
Yeah.
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 The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out... Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, thank you for the stretch, by the way, Rocket. I'll take care of
I
that.
will stretch.
Let's all do our stretches.
We've got Badger Lurk emote right here.
Patcher alert.
Oh God. Oh.
Be careful, chat.
Thank you for the hydrate, too. He smells spear. Thank you for the current redeem, Allie. I'll do that in a sec. When I'm done stretching.
Do your stretches.
Reference to Masked Rider.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Alright. I'll go ahead and do that then. Alright. I won't lose my way anymore. If I lose my way, people will die. If fighting is a sin, I'll carry that burden. And Shane!
That was funny. That was funny to hear in his voice.
Tension impact.
Thank you, Ali. Alright. Let's fast forward. Alright, now here we can do this.
It's gonna fall.
There it is.
Let's present that.
It does look a lot like a paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it as a slip of paper at first.
Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. You have to watch the whole thing again. No fast-forwarding here.
I'm not really sure. I guess they want to like do a present, like make it cinematic.
I
We spent
suppose.
30. We spent 30 hours on this 3D animation. You are gonna fucking watch it.
What's this? Oh, whoa. Something
shit.
white fell out of the locker.
Oh, shit,
Notices-
the judge is
Yep.
about to go to the back of the room.
Notices your blue bulger.
Blue bulger? Is that what you just said?
Notice your blue bulge.
I'm leaving.
Flo's leaving to the back of the room.
Yeah, it was Nancy then.
Thanks, Sally.
Sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my car door, sir.
We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted? Let's watch it again.
Yeah.
We spent so much on this animation, you will fucking watch it.
I hope you like watching this wriggling piece of plywood.
This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Yeah, and gloves are pretty thin. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents,
Mm-hmm.
which
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure rubber does. It would need to be an insulator.
Which
These doofuses-
rubber is.
Do these doofuses
Yeah.
not understand what just fell?
It was a rubber glove!
Maybe they also think it was an entire arm, like Ruby did.
Maybe.
Yes, an insulator. At the crime scene.
An insulator at a crime scene?
Perish the thought. There just might have been something
That's a
that
good
fit-
question.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
There just might have been something that fits the description.
But sir, by insulator you don't mean...
I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
The
This is an
glove.
easy one.
Let's go a couple pages over. Here it is.
Softball for you.
Yeah. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that this was the victim in the victim's locker.
It fell out of it in the fucking video!
There's no evidence.
Except for all the evidence.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident.
Exclamation mark.
The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Yeah, you're right, Glow. That's what was going on in that animation.
Yeah.
Order, order, order. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. Miles, you're a fucking idiot. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir? Me, sir?
Your name is Meekins.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
Very well. Begin your testimony.
If Mystery Man is so good, why isn't there...
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record. I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. We also had it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Just
He probably
before the crime.
stole the ID card.
Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
You have a room just for that? Interesting.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too. Although it doesn't make much of a difference.
With your hair?
Oh.
Yeah.
There were only a few cases
You're
up
back.
for transferal there. Okay.
Okay.
There are only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
That's a good question, James. Whose ID is that? Oh, it's Allie's, apparently. Well, mystery solved.
Granddad's!
You don't want evidence pertaining to very serious crimes under serious lock and key. That is a good point, Rocket.
Yeah.
Or in this case, fingerprint lock and fingerprint.
Yeah.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination.
2 7's too long.
No, that's right. There is 7 of them.
No, actually, 7777777 is the number of times that I'm going to kiss Allie.
You're gonna be there a while.
Yeah.
They're practically making out in the back of the room.
Where all the chip dip is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
dip.
like a good time.
Yeah, dip. Yeah, the dip.
Look, I chose my wording carefully this time, okay?
Did any... Oh, hey, Katsu.
Hey, Captain.
Sue, what a time to join.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, oh, oh.
Hey, Wish.
choosing wording properly on the stream means nothing. Hey, Katsu and Wish, glad you could make it.
Have a good dinner, Katsu.
Yeah, have a good food. I hope you're doing well too, Wish.
Yeah.
There's one other thing that proves this man was Detective Goodman, sir.
Hey, Theo.
Oh, I like that emote.
Hope you're doing well. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you?
Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir.
Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
You got that right. Yeah, we're doing all right. Aside from the incident.
Anna girl, please. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card.
Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards?
Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuffs, sir.
Incident? You know.
Oh, you know.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
The Dixident.
More.
The- Say that again?
Do it with the boyda.
Me?
Yeah.
The Dixident. You need a
Yeah, you
clean
know.
take on that one?
Yeah, you know the chip. Yeah, you know the chip dicks.
I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that?
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me.
Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
You get choked a lot, don't you, sir?
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Oh, just a sec.
Okay.
Okay.
Please proceed with your testimony. Saffron has to give some of those kisses.
Alright, fair enough.
So true.
When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Maybe not, Allie.
I think you shouldn't be a police officer. Yeah.
To be fair, no one should.
True.
That's also
oh my
true.
God, so based.
What about Gumshoe?
I would love Gumshoe just as much as if he was in a different occupation.
Yeah.
Please keep him away from a gun.
I don't think he would have a gun in his position. I could
Yeah,
be wrong,
probably
though.
not.
I mean, if you give him a gun, he won't pick up a knife.
If you give him Meekins a gun.
That's true. He was in a fight, and he went to disarm Detective Goodman instead of actually, pulling his own weapon. So maybe he doesn't have a gun.
Yeah. It can be a private eye, yeah. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to.
Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman.
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. You're just seeing that now?
So it is, Your Honor.
Not that prosecutor again.
Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence.
Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer?
Shh! Don't stare at him! You've got the wrong color, kid.
It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Must be so difficult for him.
Wait a minute, was Edgeworth also the prosecutor in the previous days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. You would think that would be a massive conflict of interest, being like that the crime scene was in his car with his knife.
Yeah.
Conflict of interest, Glow. This is Ace Attorney. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Also,
I
yeah,
thought
like,
that's only hitting me just now.
also, yeah, like, because we put away Von Karma at the end of episode 4, and ever since then, Edgeworth has been the prosecutor.
Yeah. The only other prosecutor that exists is Payne.
Yeah. Personally, I think that I think that Payne should have been the prosecutor for this case. You know, really just bookending things.
Then we'd have two shrill voices at the same place.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, I mean, consider if Payne was the prosecutor, the trial might have been over before we ever got.
Yeah.
The other guy, the really handsome old man. You mean Von Karma? Or somebody else? Diamond Gone.
Right,
Oh, yeah,
I think he means Gone.
If he does, then yeah,
Yeah.
not technically a prosecutor, chief of police.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a chief of police.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not to be confused with the chief of detectives, who is the guy at the desk who made the Blue Badger.
Yeah.
At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir.
Maybe he was showing you the name that was written on his knife.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Maybe he just panicked? The reason Edgeworth is here is to continue the homo rivalry with Phoenix.
Yeah.
So true.
It's not normal
It's not
anymore.
normal anymore.
Yeah, yeah, really, all court cases should have like the prosecutors and defense attorneys selected, not based on conflict of interest, but based on whether they would kiss during the court trial.
Is there really any reason to hold court if they don't want to kiss?
Yeah. How can you hold a court case without all the homoerotic tension?
Yeah.
This brings into question what was going on during the Payne trial, though. I don't know if I want to kiss Payne.
I don't think anybody would.
Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. Okay. So we've pressed everything, so what are we missing then?
Maybe we
I'm
should
really dunking on you for not presenting right away.
maybe we should save. It's been a while.
It
Yeah,
has.
that'd be
Yeah,
a good idea.
yeah, we'll go ahead and make a save real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So let us use their ID card. It's used as a record. How the crime detective had used his card. Okay. So I'm guessing this is where we present. What do we have, though? Yeah, what do we have to go off of? Alright, 5842189. Okay. I'm gonna rotate it. There's nothing on there. Alright, we have to zoom in. That's right. You can kinda see it on there.
At this point, why is that stuff blurred out?
I don't know. Just to tell you that that's not the important part, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
5842189. Okay.
Maybe the text is important, like the description is important?
Maybe.
As in the text you read here,
Yeah.
not inside here.
Police department.
good-
Yeah.
Have a good rest and snack, sweetie. Mwah.
Yep. Have good food. Oh, the globe. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, ID card record. Okay, so... Alright, we can clearly see Bruce Goodman's ID number there. The time he entered, 514. Okay. So...
Wait, go back to the card. What was the number on the card?
5842189.
No, the card in the. Was that the?
It's the same ID.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know then.
Is there anything to suggest that the detective did not have his card?
Well, I mentioned this earlier, but the guy in the video, if he's not, like, I have the feeling that he's not Goodman. This is probably like no shit, but I mean, you know, he probably stuffed that glove in between the locker and the sensor, or the door hole in the sensor or whatever, and he probably like stole Goodman's ID card to get into the, because you need to use the ID card to get into that room, right? So he probably stole the ID card as well.
I mean,
The characters
really,
haven't realized that for some fucking reason.
it's really obvious that it's not Goodman because it's Badman.
Oh no, it's Madbert.
Bert. Got him. Alright, so...
Yeah.
So what would suggest that then? Let's go over this one again. Shows ID card, pulled a knife. Okay. Had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. Okay. Wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
So then, maybe somehow didn't have the ID card then? But then how would he have gotten into the room?
Okay. Okay, so if he didn't present the card, okay. Here's my theory right now.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously the number on the card matches up with the RD card record.
Right.
But he never actually showed the card to Officer Meekins.
Right.
But you know what else is on this ID card?
What's that?
The photo?
Yeah.
His face.
Yeah.
You have the photo.
So
The
Oh.
face at the back.
Oh!
yeah.
But the guy said that he didn't get a. Meekin said he didn't get a good look at the guy's face anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Meekins just
Okay.
assumes from memory that it's Goodman.
Okay. Because I was thinking that, like, because I would think that if he pulled his ID card, Meekins would have gotten like a good look at the card and the actual face and realized they didn't match.
Right.
But he didn't even. But he didn't even see the guy's face.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't. Meekins
Yeah,
doesn't actually know that this isn't Goodman.
Right.
I mean, you can't just bank on the person confronting you to be as dumb as Meekins.
Yeah. So I have a feeling we present the ID card itself. That's what I'm leaning towards.
Sure, give it a shot.
Right. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good at waiting, sir. Same.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present.
That's true. It couldn't have been in the evidence room if it was at the car park.
Yeah, that's also a good point. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Yeah, that's the one that I was kind of going towards, because with it being crossed out, it indicates that Goodman didn't have his card at the time.
Lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability.
Luckily, the game lets you present either one of these here.
Yeah. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
The tilt from Meekins here. Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order! Again! Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
He's cooking.
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the quote-unquote victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right. He's trying to flirt.
He's so good at it.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
Edgeworth is...
And now I'm content to be flapping mine around.
Yeah.
Edgeworth's love language is owning lawyers.
And Edgeworth's love language is baiting you into destroying your own case.
Oh, this isn't going to end well.
Well, well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So
The real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
why did they only point with a few fingers? That's still a couple fingers pointing back at them.
Nobody
in
knows.
the series could full boy to direct all the energy toward the chump they're pointing at.
Yeah.
When's
Yeah.
Phoenix finally going to point his ring finger so that Edgeworth can put one on it?
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess?
Damn, the power went out again.
I object.
Object, person, or place?
No, it's object because it's in the court record.
One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
Like you even need to ask, when in doubt, object. This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. And we're still gonna watch the whole thing again.
You better believe it.
Not the whole thing, to be fair.
Most of
Yep,
the whole thing.
Most of
The last half.
Yeah.
Ruby, pull up the court record and play the whole thing so to make up for it.
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance.
Judge, you gotta start paying those bills, man.
Sure hope nobody's in the elevators.
Oh no!
Welcome back, Lunar.
Hello.
Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor. The defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very reasonable.
Yeah.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name?
Mike Meekins. Marshall.
Thinks he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
Why not?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess. Whee!
I'm on the swing set again, Mr. Wright.
One day he'll go over those bars.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us?
The
Don't you
heater's not working.
Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
That's why she's so cold. The fridge is here.
She needs to get her meat out of there.
Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later.
No! The sad fade out.
Wait! Detective Gumshoe. What is it?
Crossfades your gumshoe.
You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen half your people at funerals.
Did you see that last time?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he said that last time.
It's been fucking ages.
Sorry, Detective.
Better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Nice haze, Saffron.
You mean this, right?
You Santa Claus.
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
He says, handing you a stack that big. This recess is 20 minutes long and it's already halfway over.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, are a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness? The Joe Dark killings.
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murderers.
Generally speaking, no.
Yeah.
Who's Joe?
You know.
Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident? Is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark... No! No, Lana! That's over with! No! Emma, wait! She ran away.
You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gaunt, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. Except you, Phoenix. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I'll
Okay.
be right back.
Maybe the judge.
Maybe the judge. Yeah. Alright, we'll save here. Okay. So, should we take a quick BRB ourselves?
I think that's a great idea.
Seems like
I actually do need to go pee. So, yeah,
Okay.
BRB time.
Yeah, we'll be back in a bit, chat. Now that we're all back, let's continue.
Hell yeah.
More trial.
More trial.
More
Okay.
court. Where's Emma?
more.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Or maybe she ran off because she was distressed.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be it. Emma didn't come back.
Well, I'm going to call the next witness to the stand. Emma, what Emma?
What, Emma?
Game time started.
The officer, the officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Rocket Man does not have object permanence.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
He's drinking.
Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Sorry, I was opening my. I had my mic muted and I was opening my thing of Oreos and I didn't want to
Okay. Yeah.
disturb anybody. Okay.
Oh, how dare you not let Edgeworth have some Oreos?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you like an Oreos? No, thank you. I'm good. I'm trying to watch what watch what I eat. Yes, I understand. Meanwhile, a fat ass, am just fucking chowing down on shit. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman.
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
We're indoors.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner.
What do you mean?
A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sand. No paper to sum it up.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony on the day of the crime. In plain old English.
My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Jesus. God damn.
Death.
Yeah.
Your Honor, death.
There we go.
Do we have the death one here? Hold on.
That's only on the
Yeah.
server.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
Probably the ID card thing and the locker thing.
Bunk.
I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader.
Well, I got one of them right.
I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers?
What the fuck is a fingerprint? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those?
He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines or with following orders.
Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright. He's all yours. Gee, thanks.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Huh.
Alright, press here then.
What?
How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room?
I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera and monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings.
You interred them?
Videos and nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours.
Each time I'd erase a tape, felt like I was erasing a part of my life.
This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. Your first issue is giving orders to a self-proclaimed desperado, which you wouldn't be keeping good company with real desperados. Cyborg selling a batshit insane senator. So,
We are making the mother of all omelets here, Jay.
can't fret over every egg. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room? Alright, press this one next. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
No desperado I know lets rule get in his way.
No desperados I know join the police force.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime,
Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
there was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
How does this guy avoid being fired? Good question. And 2 security systems. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism?
Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works.
That's quite, incredible.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem like this is relevant to the case. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
Streetside Saloon. Okay. What were you doing in a place like that?
I was eating spaghetti.
Jealous.
Oh yeah, Mamma Mia's good old spaghetti.
Not even angel steak lunches could beat that parlor's vongole sepia pasta.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson.
Spaghetti's... yeah. It's pretty good.
It's so good.
Yeah, abandon your post good, definitely.
I mean, I'd abandon my post for some noodles.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
I'd abandon my post for a lot less than noodles.
Yeah. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want to raise this year?"
Ruby, can we get spaghetti for the break room, too?
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit, I gotta go.
Unless you're in the military. Yeah. Alright, press here. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall?
That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence.
They shoot you for less. Yeah.
If you plan to pin me to this crime, you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My
We'll do
steel
it for
horse is...
cookies.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah, that's true.
Huh?
My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
Apparently your superiors don't. Okay. I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. Okay. So, what can we present, then? Alright, we know this is the trump card he's referring to, so...
Right.
Oh yeah, we should probably take a look at this first.
True.
Okay. Incident number SL9, closed. Perpetrator Joe Dark, crime, serial murder, sentence, death.
Sentence, death.
Death.
Your Honor, death.
So they do have the death sentence in whatever this country is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
In Japanifornia.
Yeah, Japanifornia.
Only one person can refer to a motorcycle as a horse, and you, Mr. Marshall, are not Bon Jovi.
What if he just means he has a car? He calls his car a horse.
Yeah.
The horse is my car.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I was talking about my robot horse.
But Jake, I thought you said that you're not good with machines.
No, I don't know shit about it. I just feed it hay.
It runs just fine.
I wonder if the names of the victims are... well,
We
they might
got
be...
We got Neil Marshall, so that's probably relative Jake Marshall.
Neil Marshall, yeah.
That's probably right.
Edward Jones, Jason
Good
Knight,
eye.
Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates,
Holy
Neil
shit,
Marshall.
Kirby's in this game?
No,
It
just
was kinda
Edith
fucked up that
Kirby.
Yeah, that's Kirby after swallowing Edith.
Head prosecutor, Edgeworth. Witnesses, Lana and Emma Sky. Okay. Site investigators, Damon Gaunt, Lana Sky. Head investigator, Bruce Goodman. Investigators, Jake Marshall, Angel Star. Kirby when he's a murder victim. Okay. So... up the ante. So which one do we present? Around 3 times a 2 security systems. Okay. Just an maybe this. I'm not sure.
I think so.
So do we want to present this now then? Which one of these is the trump card? The fingerprints or the incident files?
Well, the incident files, I don't think really have much to do with him being present in the room there.
Probably not. I think it's time to clear leather. Let's see. I don't think anything else here is relevant.
If you can't find anything else, you could just do the prints.
I think so, yeah. I'll present the fingerprints. Sure. Enter. Or no, present.
Why not?
Present. There we go. Okay.
He's like, what the hell are fingerprints?
E.
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 Officer Marshall. Doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this?
Eee.
After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime.
And yet you drag me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respect. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall?
Seems to me. There ain't a person in this room with head on his shoulders.
Are you including yourself?
Yep.
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints?
Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Press X to doubt. Alright, let's press here. That's because you... how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month?
Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
It means it's his locker. What do you fucking think?
I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I see.
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Found in a bloody handprint on Marshall's own locker. Okay. Happened to be at the same place. So then, what about the bloody handprint?
Wasn't mine. It's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened.
Okay. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why?
Are they, though? Unrelated?
They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast while the other's type of murder.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Wearing gloves, okay. How do you know that?
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happens to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
The picture?
This seal of blood in the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this.
A security tape.
So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner?
What do you mean by that?
You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
I mean, we don't have any evidence in there, do we?
Do we?
I actually briefly saw the lockers, like, on the far left, and there was no, like, handprint.
That's definitely a good place to look.
Okay.
Yeah, so wait till the camera pans back around. Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, there is no evidence there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really our only option.
Yeah.
I might be walking right into Officer Marshall's trap. I'd better try and find out a little more information.
It seems we should be moving back to the testimony.
Very well.
Did you select the option to show evidence?
No,
it wasn't.
she clicked no evidence in video.
Yeah.
Well, there is.
No, that
Officer
wasn't.
Marshall, can you please give your testimony again?
Alright, I guess it'll let us review the footage with the fast-forward rewind controls.
Yeah.
If you present it, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll press again. Circle back to the tape. Alright. Okay. Show evidence. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Which is where? Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness.
Okay, let's fast forward. Okay.
Yeah, so there's no...
Don't pause right now, I'd say.
Maybe later.
Well, that's where that's
okay.
where his handprint's supposed to be, isn't it?
I think the handprint... Go to
Yeah,
court
it-
record?
It would be after the stabbing.
Where's the map?
The... Over here?
There it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's the rightmost locker that has the handprint.
No,
It's
that's-
the
no,
left.
that's Gumshoe,
The
yeah.
one right next to the door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one on the right is Gumshoes, and then the one on the left is Jake Marshall's.
Oh, okay.
And there's,
Okay.
and there's no handprint there in the video.
Hmm.
Right, well, the stabbing hadn't happened yet.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the only... That was the only thing related to Jake Marshall that we found in this room, right?
Is
That
it?
one handprint. Was
Is
it?
it?
I'm genuinely asking because I don't remember because it's been so fucking long. And also we went for like 6... Oh!
Yep.
I knew something was off about that, but I never really thought about it until now. Yeah.
I didn't even fucking notice the thing hanging out of it. Or if I did, I thought it was there the whole time.
All right.
There.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and present this then. Yeah.
That's kind of like the lit lamp, but in reverse. It's here.
This case is full
Yeah.
of moments where you'll kick yourself once you realize that's this whole fucking game, dude.
It's especially apparent in this episode though.
I suppose.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
I'm glad you saw it. That can take some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed it earlier, but I didn't think much of it until now.
Okay.
If I did notice that something was hanging from that locker, then I would have thought that it was just there the whole time, and that it didn't like. It wasn't a case of like, oh, it's not there now, but it's there at this point in the video.
I mean, it's not what we were supposed to focus on before, so there's that.
Yeah.
Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
Days are short in Texas, so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
Very well.
That's 2 right there.
You can clearly be seen in this video. Yep, that's it.
No.
That's 8 words. The math checks out.
That
Wait, Wright can count?
Apparently. Sam from the Sam Max Kid Show.
What is wrong with this? Wait. Yeah, Sam's a dog. What is
Yeah.
wrong with this picture?
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
At least the video doesn't have the Blue Badger music this time.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Oh yeah, that's
that's me.
Judge. Yeah.
Whoa.
I didn't even see the judgment thing there.
Ew.
Again,
That
icons, like portraits for the dialogue boxes, please.
that locker with the white claw sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Let's rewind it very slowly.
Rest in peace, Mike Meekins.
Ace Attorney Devs. No.
Oh, the white cloth! It's gone! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Order! Order! It would seem that there's only...
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner. You got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
New sound effect there.
The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
Edward's breathing heavily through his nose here.
I don't know if you all heard that, but
Yeah.
but from Ruby's chuckle, I'm assuming you did.
Yes.
Surprised that picked up so well.
I'm surprised too.
Yeah, apparently. Like a single strong exhale, yeah.
Big ol' sigh.
Yeah. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know.
Nobody tell him, chat.
Chat, he doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade,
He doesn't.
but you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it.
With this? Only the assigned detective's prince can unlock it. Seems obvious to me.
Unless it was, well, actually no, because I think in that tape the fucking light wasn't on, right? On over his locker, so it wasn't a similar situation where it's like, oh, something was, jamming the was stuck between the door and the thing, the thing.
No, it was
the thing in the thing.
it was very clearly locked, unlike the other one we were focusing on earlier.
Yeah, so literally in the case of his Marshall's locker, yeah, only he could have opened it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So I think we're on the right track then. Yeah, so I'll present this.
Fingerprint sensor?
We sweat.
We talked about this earlier today.
When you weren't here.
The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
What kind of crazy talk is this?
Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious.
He's not just playing dumb, he is dumb. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There are even some people on the force that don't even know about the fingerprints.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less?
He's got his jerky.
Yeah. I only got one word for you, partner. No!
Well, yeah, that's definitely one word.
Yeah.
Order! Order! Witness, explain yourself.
This is a joke. It's the worst I've ever heard.
I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
Olay! Please answer the question.
What is he now, a bullfighter?
I was just talking about my favorite brand of shampoo.
But, Your Honor, for what hair?
My beard. My luxurious beard.
Do you not see this gigantic fucking beard that's twice the size of my head, Mr. Wright?
The one I hate.
But don't see me complaining about.
That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
You can go home now. We can.
Have a look at these floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
Seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
This fucker.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just saying that.
Officer Marshall was standing right here. What were we going to say, Saffron?
Well, it's a moot point.
Let it play out.
Yeah.
So Officer Meekins didn't notice him standing there. That's almost as credible as Meekins' warp theory.
Your chamber's empty, partner. Better reload.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Now they're ganging up on me.
Perhaps you should think a little more about where
Shut
Officer Marshall was.
Fuck up.
Officer Meekins should have seen him in the evidence room. That means the only place he could have been would be...
Well then, same text. Where he be? Where did he come from? Where did he go?
Where did he come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Like,
Okay.
next to the lockers, maybe?
Sort of.
Maybe.
Like, yeah, like in that little corner there?
Think a little more abstractly.
Fuck, I don't know.
Here?
We already proved that he opened his locker. Why wouldn't he be there?
Because
Here?
if he'd been there, then Meekins would have seen him.
How?
Because he
the-
would have been
isn't
standing
the-
there.
No, isn't the red K supposed to be where Meekins was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then how would he? Then what?
Well, he would have been walking in.
You're thinking
how
on
can he-
rails.
but how can he-
Derail.
But how could he? But how could either of them? What?
Remember that the door leaves leaves a record when people enter and exit, so that it can't be a case of someone entering while this was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
If Marshall was here, he's here the entire time. He didn't just come in during the tussle. That's impossible.
Right. There's only one
Okay,
logical
okay,
place.
But that's still okay, but that still doesn't answer my question of if both Meekins and the fake Goodman guy were standing at those two dots up there.
Yeah.
How would they have seen Marshall if he was at near the door?
Because they would have
They're
seen
like
him when they
they're
passed
like
by.
in that.
Well, sure, they can't see him from here, but they would have seen him when they passed by.
Okay, that's
earlier,
what I was
right?
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay then.
Yeah, there. So let's think back a bit. Was there any record of Jake Marshall entering the room?
No.
None whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay, so then I don't know. Maybe he was just standing outside waiting for the door to open, and then but then how would they not have seen him stand behind?
Yeah.
Okay. So the most recent name on that list was Officer Meekins. Not Jake Marshall. So
Wait.
So maybe Meekins left the door open.
Okay.
Right. So
wait. Do you mean the most recent name before? Oh wait, no, because Jake Marshall's not on that record.
right.
Yeah, he's not on it at all.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so it went Officer Meekins, Bruce Goodman, supposedly, and then Officer Meekins again.
Right.
Yeah. And then Edgeworth at the bottom, I think.
So out here,
No, I think Edgeworth was a little higher up, wasn't he?
Oh, was Edgeworth at second? Maybe he was second.
we're referring to Jake Marshall.
No, I know, but Glow or whoever said that Edgeworth's name was last, and I thought he was a bit higher up on the list, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Not that really matters, but you know,
But
it was just
yeah,
a thought.
Yeah, I see.
also, Marshall would have had to be walking in behind Meekins because he wasn't there when Meekins was in at Marshall's station, and he noticed the guy on the monitors.
Yeah, so somewhere out in this area is my guess.
Probably, yeah.
We could
Is there,
always.
Is there a room so from the doorway, is there another room across from that door? Maybe he was hiding in there, because that would explain him being right there but not being seen by Meekins or Goodman.
Do you remember the room
Yeah,
with
it's
the
the room with all the
cacti?
cacti.
With all the cacti? That's the room that is directly outside this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not really.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't really see it on this map because it only details the evidence room.
Yeah, I thought maybe that it was I thought maybe it was one of those things where you have to go, if you're looking at this map, you go, or well, you wouldn't be able to see my
Here.
cursor, but you go up and then There's like a little hallway area there, and then like another room on the other side. But no, I guess not.
Alright, so here, I'm guessing?
That'd be behind the door, and actually, do we know which way the door opens?
I'm assuming it's a sliding door because it's digitized.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, I kind of feel like if the door was closed when Jake Marshall was just there, like waiting for the door to open or whatever,
Yeah.
then how would Meekins and the fake Goodman not have seen him as they were
Yeah.
going in the door?
Yeah, so... Where should I point then? Because it's got to be somewhere out here.
I have no clue.
Does it have to be outside? It's like that's
Where fucking else could it be? Is it between the two? Is it like between the two sets of lockers then? Well, no, because
Because the camera
No.
would have seen him.
yeah. So what the fuck?
We don't want to outright tell you, but we also don't want to.
yeah.
Yeah. Gotta think a bit here.
And you know, Ruby and me, we can't. We are physically incapable of thought.
How was I able to solve this? To solve most of this, then?
You got lucky.
I mean, maybe you did.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough when you can't directly review the footage from this screen.
Yeah, because it's a fair point about Meekins potentially leaving the door open. Like I can't remember if you can explicitly see like the door being open and then closed in the footage.
Yeah, I don't think it shows you that.
And obviously, yeah.
From what I can remember, I don't think the footage is going to be relevant here anyways.
Yeah.
Well, another thing too is that like,
But there's a much simpler explanation than him like ducking in behind Meekins and going for a door being left open.
well, I don't know then.
Yeah, Meekins didn't mention
don't
Marshall. That is true.
I don't know then.
Yeah, he mentioned that the guard post was explicitly empty.
I
Unless
can't
maybe
think of
Marshall was like hiding under a desk or something.
I can't think of any soft hints, but I can think of a big hint if you are really struggling.
Meekins saw the Lone
okay.
Ranger.
Okay, wait. So this map is like for like during the footage, right? Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
okay. So you look at the footage. Most of this fucking room is in that footage, except for like the back wall, like down there and stuff.
Yeah.
But no matter where Jake, like, if Jake was anywhere inside this room, because here's the thing: in order for K and V to get up to where they are in this image, they would have had to walk like through the whole room.
Yeah.
So no matter where, like, even though the floor isn't shown in the camera, even though like the back wall wasn't shown in the camera, I say back wall, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
No matter where he was in this room, Jake Marshall would have been seen as by K and V, both K and V
Yeah.
would have seen just to make the names even shorter.
True in a way.
So then,
Yeah.
where the fuck could he have been then?
They did mention earlier that there's no hiding places in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So how would it be in here? Because they would have seen him, no matter where he was hiding. So it would have to be outside. So, I don't know. I am not.
Oh,
Oh.
Luna,
Yeah, you. Yes, you are, Ruby. Shut
Luna
up.
must be talking to me then.
What? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not like there's two other people aside from you and Ruby in this call.
I'm just the one who's most willing to own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright,
Because
so...
I genuinely don't. I
So
genuinely can't believe that I am.
So what is this... What's this hint you were referring to earlier, Glow?
Think about identity.
Okay.
What?
you so he was so the issue is that as you've said, there's nowhere in this room that Jake Marshall could have hidden that he wouldn't have been seen by
K or V.
by Meekins and the fake Goodman.
We'll just say K. We'll just say K and V.
So, in other words, Meekins and the person who was not Detective Goodman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
So that brings me
Yeah.
back to what I mentioned earlier.
If
This brings
So,
me back to what the fuck.
but he is still someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And
I
You
What
know...
do you want us to do, Adam? Do you want us to
what
spell
the
it out
fuck?
for you?
What the fuck is that?
You know what? Hold on.
What do you fucking mean? He's still someone.
Yeah, he's still someone, so... I think I'm starting to get it now?
he's someone. We know one person who he was not.
Yeah.
We know several
So-
people who he's not. He's not anyone other than Jake Marshall.
There is one thing...
You-
One thing I just remembered about the footage.
Okay, so Adam just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's not anyone other than Jake Marshall.
Yeah.
That's who the supposed victim was all along. Now what... Now I wanted to explain my reasoning for arriving at this though, because it was something I was thinking about while you were discussing it. Yeah, because one thing I noticed is that, yeah, the cloth doesn't appear until near the end of the footage.
Yeah.
But the other thing I also noticed is that this fake Bruce Goodman was also out of the shot.
Yeah. he
After
had
that
gotten away
happened.
somehow.
Yeah. So that's how I ended up arriving at that conclusion. So yeah, I'll present this.
Bruce Fadden.
Actually, no, it was... Okay, so this was Goodman, this is Meekins, right?
A is Meekins.
Okay, yeah.
You can tell because you can't spell Meekins without a K.
Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman.
Is Autumn still with us?
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, okay. Must be back now.
We were wondering for the longest time who the identity of that fake was.
Yeah. Alright, so whenever you're ready.
Oh, he left.
Oh, no, no.
Alright, do we need a bit?
Maybe.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
I guess we will continue without Adam then.
Alright, bye. Alright, I'll just remove the name then.
Okay.
Alright, quick, pass, get in here. Alright, I'm gonna shrink these down then. Autumn left the call. That's what happened. The game broke Adam. Yeah? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, I will well, should I take over as Edgeworth then?
But you're already doing the defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could go for Edgeworth.
Sure.
Sure.
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene.
That's a good Edward voice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir.
Yes? And how did Detective Goodman respond?
Oh, British. No, Saffron's actually British. I'm kidding. He suddenly pulled a knife on me!
I'm not even doing a voice. This is just my normal voice.
Something about the officer's story puzzled me.
No, I was kidding, Rocket.
If the man had had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Yeah, I can clearly see it right there.
But Hornswoggled.
Oh, I get it. Doesn't get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
Jerky.
You've got quite an imagination, Hard.
Emotional support jerky.
You got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break it to 10. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Jerky's
After you said it twice, it kind of counts as complaining, don't you think?
Jerky's the best response to being called out on a lie.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that.
I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
Ack! This can't be happening! It's so obvious he's the one! What can I do?
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics.
Of CQC?
For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions.
The video.
I don't have any evidence. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
At least we get to fast
God,
forward this.
there he is again. That wriggling piece of plywood is going to be in my nightmares tonight.
There he is, my boy. My
Does that
baby
come through?
son. Yeah.
Now hold on one moment.
I'm holding.
The print had been okay, so no, that seems too obvious, doesn't it? Like, oh, the
SCP.
CP. Either the last or second to last time we will watch this. Thank God. It can't be that simple, right? Like, okay, let me play the video again.
SC. See.
Okay. Like, it can't be that simple. Do you see where I'm... Well, you probably don't see where I'm going with this yet.
Fill it up for us.
So... Yeah, so the white cloth that was left in that locker... Could it really have been that simple? Like this cloth was used to wipe up the... No. Is it? No.
I think you're right in that you're not right. Does that make sense? I think
Yeah.
you're right to doubt yourself there.
Yeah.
That's... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was used to wipe that up, but what might that cloth be? Why would Marshall have had that?
That's a good question. One I do not have an answer for yet. Alright, let's go back through the footage again. Okay, so we know the glove fell out of that locker.
Yeah.
That was related to earlier. Okay.
A battle.
Why would Jake have to put the outfit away? question. So that white cloth... Actually, that's not in our court record, is it?
No.
Come to think of it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not in here. The glove is, but not the cloth.
So, what do you think that cloth might be?
Well, it's gotta be part of the outfit, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
So why would he need to put the why would he need to hide the outfit like that? Like so quickly?
Well, because there was blood on it, right?
There was.
That's right.
Is that what we're looking for?
Now you gotta present
Yeah.
that.
So if you rewind a bit and
Alright. Yeah, I gotta go back to the spot where there's blood. Oh, there. Okay.
yeah,
Right here.
very
Okay.
good spot right there.
Yeah. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end, yet.
Yeah.
However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you.
They never suspect me!
When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
His blood. A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker.
Not very well, though.
Not bad, partner.
Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
Edgeworth has
Two
never been
years.
happy in his life.
I mean, there was that time that he walked into the police station and said, "Whoop!" to Gumshoe, and then just walked right out.
Yeah.
2 years ago. If you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we?
Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
All right. It seems the time has come.
Marshall's confession.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekin. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
So, the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
It was way too much blood for such a small donation.
I'm pressurized, sir!
When you say it, you mean...
Do you even have to ask, partner?
the SL9 incident?
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Yeah, with how wound up he seems, yeah.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over.
But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room?
When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine.
When you look up wound up in the dictionary, it says, see Officer Meekins. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
That day was my last chance. That's why I...
Take out the evidence. Okay. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman?
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera?
And the detective's ID card?
I stole that the morning of the incident.
So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report.
I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot.
That's returned, huh?
In a sense, I suppose.
I call that littering.
The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall.
I wasn't... No.
Now you can reread these, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting Officer Meekin. I knocked him out.
Let's good to get the context again.
Yeah. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off?
Let's just say I was a little surprised.
Yeah, Edgeworth has the Bugs Bunny technique.
I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a one in a million type of person.
Thank God.
Thank you, sir! Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his race this year.
When did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Have you seen my office, Mr. Wright? Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I ended up cutting it slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything.
By the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one?
I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out, and...
Yeah, it's a fun voice to do, I imagine.
And managed to escape.
So you did your research beforehand.
Except for the fingerprint locks.
Yeah.
Those who go in the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you blooded your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekin. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there.
What was Officer Meekins doing during that time?
What else? He was sleeping like a baby. Baby whose hand just got cut open.
Poor baby. So, what you're saying is, on that day...
You can go ahead and reread this one, too.
Okay. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place.
What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So, you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no, I didn't. Why not?
Why not?
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor.
Then go find it.
We got a Tim Allen redeem.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. Wonder if I can still do it on the fly. Alright, I'll try it. Try and
Nice.
yeah.
Honestly, get an objection bubble shout for that.
Well, how would you spell it?
Obviously, you just spell it like,
Oh, okay.
It's a question mark and exclamation point.
No letters, just a punctuation.
Yeah. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID? Injuring a police officer? This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution.
They are to me.
I don't have to review your salary, do I, Mr. Wright?
He would find a way to cut. He would find a way to cut his salary, even though he's being paid per client.
Yeah.
Like I said, this isn't your case. This one's mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
Let's hear the tea. I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why?
But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? Zeal like Zealand?
That's where he got it from.
I was thinking the Kingdom of Zeal. That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. But there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened? I'll talk about it.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. Just so that no one will talk about it. Of course he wouldn't know. Yeah. Alright, now we can give this another look. Now that it's relevant. Okay. So, perpetrator, Joe Dark, crime, serial murder, sentence, death. Closed. Yeah, might this Neil Marshall on the list of victims be the reason? Head prosecutor Edgeworth, witnesses Lana Sky, Emma Sky. Yeah, I think now we can go ahead and present this now. Yeah.
His doppelganger.
His doppelganger. Officer Marshall, I think I understand.
Not a very good doppelganger if it just shares his name.
I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
If we're gonna be accepting doppelgangers, why the hell didn't you just accept that it was Goodman's doppelganger? Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
I mean, I know it's the quenchiest, but you gotta learn to pace yourself. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man?
Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
What? A prosecutor?
He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
He was my brother. He was investigating the murders of Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we did. He was arraigned and incarcerated.
case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight.
Looks like the type of guy to sell you month-expired Kool-Aid jammers.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. Things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Chance? It's got to be more than just that.
So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office's parking lot was the real one.
Which, in turn, means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. Seems to me, this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
Oh, shut up, you're so guilty.
All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
Less? How does... what?
ah,
I rest my case.
Does R count as a word? It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There is no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
pirates speak for shit!
Arrgh.
There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Oh.
Hold it!
Yo, she's back.
Your Honor, wait! Emma. The defense has an objection. A scientific objection.
Yo, science!
Right? What do you mean, right?
That's your name, right? Mr. Wright, that is your name. Are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please, hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose end. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So, I ran over there and looked at it again. So, did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
You interrupted the court just to say I didn't find anything?
And I'm just an attorney. But, Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them... Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Wolf says if the fingerprints, that means a glove? Yeah, that would make sense.
Me?
It would make sense.
Oh boy.
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now.
Literally that Judge Judy tapping her watch gif.
What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? There's gotta be. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
Enter Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast.
Yeah.
The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
Okay, so that's the parking lot floor plans. Let's see.
What did they forget to draw on here?
Okay, this is this. Well, the only thing I can think of is the. Yeah, well, this one shows the. This one shows the blood. The other one doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Well, assume
That's-
it's not that, because it is in there. They're just highlighting the important blood to this, the relevant blood to this specific thing.
Right. Right. So, what would that be then? Unfortunately, I can't.
Maybe you'll spot it if you watch the video again.
Maybe so. Can take
Yeah,
a look
the
at
video
it.
gives you a nice look at the scene of the crime.
Yeah. This is a floor plan of a crime scene. What was at the scene that isn't there now?
Or rather, what is at the crime scene that isn't on the map?
The blue badger. I mean, it's
There he
not
is.
on there, right?
He isn't.
Mr. Badger.
Yeah. Are we actually?
He is in your evidence.
It all comes back to the badger.
You. You were the key to this all along.
He's the killer.
The blue bastard. Yeah, you know what? I guess this had to come up eventually. So,
There was no escaping it.
Ruby, like, it figures this would happen.
yeah. It all comes back to you. The thing we've been staring at this whole time, but largely ignored.
The wriggling piece of plywood in the title.
All right, let's go for it.
What about that piece of plywood?
The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force,
He's enthusiastic.
defender of truth, guardian of proof.
Oh god, he's taken control of Wright.
Oh god, he's got a theme song now.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
The music suddenly starts playing in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here.
Where the fuck did he go?
Who took him?
So?
No, the better question is, when did he escape containment?
Yeah.
Just like an SCP.
So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime.
Oop. They label him.
Well,
Well, what?
that's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker.
What?
I'll allow that. So that means, just exactly what does that mean?
SCP Object Class Keter. Description: kill the fucker on sight.
It means that's the Blue Badger's handprint. That's why there are no fingerprints.
I will allow the term kill the fucker on sight, only referring to the Blue Badger.
Yeah. It'd be containment procedures, not description. Yeah. It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Emma, On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in.
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. You won't now? You've been doing that up until now.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation.
Far-fetched, I love that Pokemon.
Well, Kanto or Galarian?
Oh, Kanto, for sure.
On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell.
Oh, right, you were questioning earlier why there was so much blood.
Yeah. The problem is the other time.
I thought you were just joking about Meekins being a big bleeder.
Someone bled prior to the struggle shown in this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman, when he was really murdered.
Yeah, the music.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
So then, assuming this murder you purport to really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Then tell us, when did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place.
Yeah, this is a great theme, Rocket.
Oh,
There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
Okay. Death due to loss of blood one night. Well, it can't be the autopsy, right?
no.
Probably not.
It's not specific. It shows that Goodman's death could have been earlier, but it doesn't really give a time.
This?
I think you want something with an actual time.
Right. Well, it can't be that. Well, hold on. Well, this doesn't tell us much, does it? Yeah.
Well, if the crime
That's
took
at times.
If
Yeah.
the crime took place in that room, there would have had to be a record of when the killer and Goodman went in.
Yeah, and this doesn't really show that.
It does have times earlier than that. If you're theorizing that the murder took place on that day earlier than Mike Meekin's situation, then it had to have been logged.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike Meekins took the Blue Badger in at 4:50, so it would have had to be before then.
Right. It shows that shows what cards are swiped and at what times. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Women's lost item report. Evidence room, floor plans.
He's there now.
The Blue Badger. Okay, let's see
As
what
seen
else.
from above.
As seen from above. Alright,
Just like Jigglypuff.
Well, kind of the opposite of Jigglypuff, because it's just a line.
yeah. Alright, what comes back to it then? A parking stub? That's Edgeworth's parking stub, though. I don't think it was that.
Different room.
Victim's memo found in the car trunk. Muffler. No, it's... I'm looking at stuff that shows a time. This photo doesn't have a timestamp on it, does it?
No.
No.
Even if it did, it's not in the right place.
Yeah. Let's see. Alright, yeah, this is another tricky one, it looks like.
I think it's gotta be the first thing you looked at.
Was it? The first thing we presented?
No, the
No,
thing when we were looking at the times.
This?
I guess the second thing. Sorry.
Like the
IDs.
the IDs?
Yeah, the record.
Oh, okay. Right, this. Does this does that prove it? I mean, it proves when the second fake crime happened, but not the. This doesn't seem to indicate the first one, though.
Which
Why-
shows all of the times that people entered.
Yeah.
If you're arguing that blood was spilled earlier on in the day, you need to have a log that it happened, so this seems right to me.
I suppose so. I suppose we'll go for it then. It's the only other thing I can think of that has a time. Presenting the cell phone wouldn't be right. All right, let's try it. I accept the risks.
You've read the EULA.
Yeah.
We all know she didn't read the EULA. Who does?
I've seen one streamer who makes it a point to do EULA reading streams. It's funny.
If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card. Oh, the ID card record.
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at...
Let's see here. 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then that would be 4:40 p.m. Oh! Miss Edgeworth, just what have you done?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away. By the real murderer.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away,
and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
Especially if you didn't want to be seen on your way out by Mike, who was entering 10 minutes after.
Yeah.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 777 7777.
Talk about a lucky number.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer.
Or maybe he was camping in there for the entire night.
That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 777 7777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 77777777.
That's 1 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son. The ID number 77777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
But that's ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright.
That's how objections work, yes?
There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge filed... Am I saying it right? Yeah. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge?
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana?
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 77777777.
Is it technically libel for reading it?
Yeah. It ain't slander, Mr. Edgeworth. It's written in the text box right there. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing. About that incident.
The SL9 incident?
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence.
See, that's what I'm talking about. No! No!
Lana's remarks caused such a stir, the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. To be continued.
What a stir. Should we
Well then.
call it there?
I think we're good to
Yeah,
call it here, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good stopping point.
When everybody in the court is like, yo, it's Charlie!
It's Charlie.
Welcome back, Chuck.
We'll see you next time, Charlie. Alright, let's go back to the title.
Charlie, Mr. Wright.
Alright, back to the title screen.
That means next time we do more investigation.
Yeah. Alright, switch to the ending screen. Alright. Yeah, that's going to do it for tonight.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for being on. And thanks everybody else for watching. Hope you all enjoyed.
Courtroom drama.
Courtroom
More
drama. For those whom it may interest, here's the link to the Discord, here's the link tree. And yeah. I will be back. I'm actually going to take next week off from streaming. Yeah, I will be next Friday I will still be co-starring on Glow's stream for Born of Bread.
Aight.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, you will next time I go live will be in 2 weeks on Monday.
In the meantime, we can do stuff in Discord.
Yeah, we got like community nights planned out and stuff, and a movie night on Saturday.
Did you decide which movie yet?
I have, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll be watching Redline.
I haven't heard of that.
No idea what that is. Nice.
Yeah. All right, but until then, everybody take care. Oh yeah, I probably won't be rating anyone. We'll probably just wrap it up here. But yeah, everybody take care. Have a good time of day wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, like Rocket said, have a nice break.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I will. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.